Welcome to Barcelona for the pre-season of Season 1 of the Formula 2 Monoposto Junior Academy Championship, as we see all 24 drivers currently lined up in the pit lane or inside their own pits, getting ready to go out on track for their first lap of these F2 cars. And the first driver going out is Enoch in the high-tech TGR F2 machine. Enoch, of course, a driver quite experienced in the IMRF, driving for Red Bull in F.2.M.J.A.C and Andretti in F.2.M.J.A.C, but this is the first time since Season 3 of F.2.M.J.A.C where Enoch drove in these IMRF 01s, as we now see David Pearson coming out in the Apex GP Academy F2 and Yanis Dos Santos in the Campos Racing F2. Both of these drivers also quite experienced in the F.2.M.J.A.C series. This is a driver that just debuted in qualifying for Formula E not long ago, Gabriel, as there's a rookie driver who has never raced in the IMRF there, Cole Palmer, also Nihol, the Frenchman in the number 21 EIX machine, Carlos Adrado, another rookie as on the grid who never driven in an IMRF machine. Tommy, though, is quite an experienced driver who has driven all three series. There's a quick shot there of Gabriel in the number 7 Dams, as we see Crystal Labelle and the Rodin coming out of the pits. Another brand new rookie who's never raced in any of the three IMRF series. Tarallo Zigo, though, of course, took pole yet a few days ago in Formula E. He's currently out on track along with Matthew Hart, the McLaren Octagon FE driver. Henry Borg is probably one of the most experienced drivers on this grid. Of course, a Season 2 world champion in the F.2.M.J.A.C for Red Bull, currently running for Ferrari in F.2.M.J.A.C, as Enoch crosses the line and sets a benchmark time of 1:31.170. These IMRF 01s are definitely slower than the IMRF 02s that he has driven in F.2.M.J.A.C and F.2.M.J.A.C respectively. Yanis Dos Santos crosses the line and he goes 4th fastest. David Pearson goes 2nd fastest in the Apex GP Academy F2. Of course, Apex GP is also in Formula E, as we see Cole Palmer sets his first ever IMRF time. He goes 4th fastest, ahead of Dos Santos and Gabriel. Nihol now crosses the line. Adrado goes 7th fastest, but gets replaced by Nihol. Arthur goes 4th fastest in the Prema. He obviously drove in the Neon Brawn GP in F.2.M.J.A.C. As we see, one of the rookies goes 5th fastest. That was the American of Moxie, no last name in the VAR. As we see, Enoch who currently has the fastest time. He is going round the final couple of corners. There's a Trident in front of him on the circuit. That was either Henry Borg or Karim Abula, both drivers, of course, experienced now in the IMRF. Both drivers are currently driving in the F.2.M.J.A.C for Italian teams, as Enoch crosses the line and he sets a time of 1:19.503. Natasha Lumai, the Sri Lanka driver, is also in the grid in the other APX GP car. Arnold Yu goes 2nd fastest with a time that is 0.204 seconds slower than Enoch. David Pearson goes top in the Apex GP Academy machine. Gabriel crosses the line. He goes 4th fastest. Yanis Dos Santos was 2nd for Campos before getting passed by Cole Palmer in the Prema Racing, his first proper flying lap in a IMRF machine, as we see M.K. Singh also in the ART along with his teammate Carlos Adrado. M.K. Singh, of course, driven in the F.2.M.J.A.C series for Nissan Formula E team, as no last name, crosses the line. He goes 4th fastest. Illumini goes 3rd. It's currently a 1-3 at the moment for the APX GP team. M.K. Singh to the line. He goes 5th fastest in the ART. Tarallo Zigo goes 2nd fastest. Henry Borg now crosses the line. He goes up to 13th, immediately replaced by Saragi, the Honduras driver. Matthew Hart, his teammate in both series, is going to cross the line and he goes up to 3rd in the other MP Motorsport. Here comes the other Trident of Karim Abula. He goes 9th fastest. Here come the final two drivers to set a proper time. Olivier Labelle is going to cross the line. He goes up to 22nd place as Victor Levi now cross the line. He stays last in the field. Enoch is coming into the pits now for high-tech TGR. He's going to strap onto another set of soft tyres. I think both him and Arnold Yu are currently in the pits. So is David Pearson in the APX Academy car. Tarallo Zigo is currently on track along with Matthew Hart. Natasha Lumina is rounding the final couple of corners as Nahal in the 21 AIX is now coming into the pits along with one of the Primers. I think that is Cole Palmer. No, that's Arthur into the pits. Cole Palmer was already in. We're currently on board with Matthew Hart, the Scotsman in the MP Motorsport, who is currently sitting third fastest as Carlos Adrado now strap onto another set of tyres. I think they should be softs. Enoch Yu is back out on the track for High-Tech TGR F2. He is currently sitting in 17th place. Tarallo Zigo now comes in for Invicta Racing. Kareem Abdullah still on track in that number 25. Trident as on board with no last name. The other Invicta of Zygmunt now comes into the pits. Enoch Yu in the number 3 is currently on his out lap in the number 3 High-Tech TGR. He's still trying to get used to the IMRF 01s once again for the first time since Season 3. Of course, when he got promoted to Oracle Red Bull Racing Ford F1 mid-season to replace the driver who's currently in the 24 Trident, Henry Borg, who's currently in 16th place at the moment. Enoch Yu is now going to round Sector 3, rounding the final couple of corners before he start his most possibly final flying lap. With 1 minute and 22 seconds to go, the High-Tech TGR driver is now going to round the final corner and will now start his final flying lap of the day. As now Enoch Yu is going to fly down the straight with DRS open. Haven't said that word in a while, as FEMRL has attack mode and F.2.M.J.A.C now changed from DRS to active error in Season 4. When the new regulation came, there's a MP Motorsport in the way. He is going to move out the way for Enoch Yu, who is now going to round Sector 1 and start Sector 2. It was an alright sector for the Hong Kong driver, but there is more traffic for him, as in front there's an AIX and a Trident. Arthur in the 12 is going to now cross the line. He got DRS open and he will start his final flying lap. He's currently sitting in 21st place. Enoch Yu is now coming down the straight. He got DRS open. He's currently stuck behind the AIX driver who's going to move out the way. That is either Nahal or Victor Levi. I think that was Victor Levi, as Nahal is currently in the pits. Enoch Yu is currently rounding the final couple of corners on this Barcelona circuit before he crossed the line. The clock hit 0. So this is the final lap for these drivers. There is a Trident in front of the Hong Kong driver. He's going to get DRS open. He crosses the line and he stays 17th fastest. I think he's still getting used to these slightly slower IMRF 01s, as he's currently driving the IMRF 02s in the other two series. Yanis Dos Santos goes fastest. Now it gets replaced by Gabriel. Now gets replaced by Arnold Yu. Cole Palmer goes second fastest. I guess those three drivers not only have pace but also already got used to these IMRF 01s. Carlos Adrado goes fastest in the ART. As we see Arthur now coming to the line, he got DRS open. What's going to be the time for the British driver in the Prema? He goes fastest overall with a 1:18.373. That's a really good lap from the British driver. Crystal Labelle now replaces him up top. Then is Nahal, then is Casting. He currently has the fastest lap. Tarallo Zigo is going to cross the line. He goes top. Natasha Lumina was second. Henry Borg now goes fastest overall. Then is Verstio. No last name goes third. Tommy goes up to the top. Here comes Saragi to the line. He now goes to the top as the session ends. That's it then for preseason testing. Let's see the time. Saragi, the Honduras driver, with the quickest time of 1:17.973. Then is Tommy, Verstio, Henry Borg, Moxie, no last name, Tarallo Zigo, Casting, and Natasha Lumina in 8th. Then is Nahal, Crystal Labelle, Arthur, Carlos Adrado, David Pearson, Arnold Yu, Cole Palmer, Gabriel, Yanis Dos Santos, and Matthew Hart in 18th. Then is Kareem Abdullah, Chaos and Delay. We haven't really talked about the German driver today. He is currently 20th in the VAR. Then Enoch Zygmunt, Olivier Lebal and Victor Levi rounds off the grid. We will see you soon for round 1 at Brazil as the IMRF returns.